Hello, this is Namisha Goswami. You're welcome in online series of machine design in internal combustion engine. Okay, so in previous section or previous lecture, we have already seen that design of piston pin, piston crown, head, right? So that portion we have covered, and about some portion of your connecting rod. So what are the design consideration for the connecting rod? Okay, what is the material used for connecting rod? So that portion we have already covered in connecting rod, right? So next is your here design and construction. Okay, so we have already seen that Rankine formula is used for the design of your connecting rod, because we consider that connecting rod is considered as a strut, because in connecting rod compressive stresses are much more as compared to your tensile stresses. So we design the connecting rod by considering as a strut, so that's why we use the Rankine formula. And for connecting rod should be equally strong in buckling, so that portion we have seen that buckling load in x-axis should be equal to buckling load in y-axis. So that we have covered in last lecture. So we will equate the buckling load about x-axis equal to buckling load about the y-axis. So we will get the kxx square is equal to 4 pi y square, and we know what is the moment of inertia. So moment of inertia is equal to area multiplied by radius of gyration ka whole square. So we will put this value in this equation. So we will get the Ixx is equal to 4 times of your Iyy, means moment of inertia about xx is equal to 4 times of your moment of inertia about the y-axis, right? Means what is the mean by this? Okay, so it shows that connecting rod is 4 times strong in buckling about the y-axis as compared to the about your x-axis. Means connecting rod is much more strong in buckling in y-axis as compared to your x-axis. So this is mean by this. Okay, so when I-axis or moment of inertia about the x-axis is greater than the moment of inertia 4 times of moment of inertia of your y-axis, then buckling will be occurred about, because 4yy is less than of your I-axis, so buckling will be occurred about the y-axis. Okay, and if this will be reverse, means I-axis or moment of inertia about the x-axis will be less than as compared to your moment of inertia about the y-axis. Okay, so buckling will be occurred about your x-axis. Okay, so this is the fundamental. Moment of inertia will be minimum, so buckling will be occurred in that axis, right? Now, so when we will come about the practical point of view or in actual practice, so I-axis generally we will keep the slightly less than of 4 times of Iyy. Okay, so its value generally varies from the 3 to 3.5, and connecting rod is designed for buckling about the x-axis. Means we will consider the I-axis should be lies between the 3 and up to the 3.5. Okay, not less than 3, not greater than 3.5. So if parameter we will consider that design of your I section should be that moment of inertia about the x-axis should be lies between these two values. If this value will be not fulfilled, means your design parameters, whatever you have considered the design parameters, these are not appropriate for the design of your connecting rod. Okay, so this is important, right? Now we will consider the thickness of the flange and wave of the section. I section is T, and width of the cross section is equal to 40, and depth of the height of the cross section is 5T. So you can see here in this diagram I section, okay, height is 5T, B is 40, and thickness of the flange is T. So what is the area? Area, you can find out the area of this I section is equal to 4 times of 4t into t, because topmost portion and lowermost portion rectangle, you have to divide this section into rectangular section, so you can find out the area. So this is equal to 2 into 40 into t plus 3t multiplied by t, so this will be your 11t squared. You have to do it by dividing this, considering this in rectangular section. So 3 section will be there. Okay, so you can find out the area. Now, what is the moment of inertia about the x-axis? So moment of inertia about the x-axis. So you have to consider from the baseline. So this is equal to 1 upon 12 bracket में 4t with multiplied by 5t height का cube minus middle portion 3t multiplied by 3t का whole square, right? So you can, by using this for mathematical formula, you can find out the moment of inertia about the x-axis. Similarly, you can find out the moment of inertia about the y-axis. So about the y-axis is equal to 2 times of your 1 upon 12 multiplied by thickness multiplied by 4t का cube plus 1 upon 12 3t multiplied by t cube का or t cube, right? So you will get the 131 divided by 12 t की power 4. So these are the moment of inertia about the x-axis and about the y-axis. You can use the mathematical formula to find out these moment of inertia, right? So now you have to find out the ratio. Okay, a ratio should be varies from the 3 to 3.5, right? So I-axis divided by Iyy should be varies from the 3 to 3.5. So by using this formula, you will get the 3.2. Means whatever the cross-sectional parameters you have considered, the either width of the section, either depth of the section, either thickness of the section, these all parameters are correct. You have to check by using this type of the procedure. So here value is 3.2. So its value lies between the 3 to 3.5. So means your whatever the parameter considered for the I section is satisfactory. Okay. So this is here your fundamental. So after deciding the proportion or different parameters for the I section of the connecting rod, okay, so you have to find out the dimensions about considering about the x-axis and applying the Rankine formula. Okay, so what is the Rankine formula? So Rankine formula, buckling load is equal to sigma c, capital A, here capital A is your area, small a is here your constant, L, capital L is here equivalent length, and K is your radius of gyration. So we are considering the about x-axis, so we have to consider the Kx-axis. Okay, so similarly we will find out the I-axis. Now, so how to calculate the buckling load? Okay, so buckling load is equal to maximum gas force. It was the Rankine formula we have seen to find out the buckling load, but that buckling load should be equal to the buckling load due to the gas pressure, right? Gas force. So we will find out the buckling load by using the gas force. So buckling load is equal to maximum gas force multiplied by your factor of safety. So factor of safety may be taken as 5 to 6, right? So by considering the dimensions, V is equal to 4t, S is equal to 5t. Okay, so we will apply these all dimensions in Rankine formula, and H1, what is the H1? This is the depth near the small end, or you can say that piston end side. So it is denoted by the H1 is equal to 0.75 H to 0.9 H. Okay, and depth near the big end crank, because connecting rod is one side connected with the piston and another side it is connected with the connecting rod. So we have to find out the depth about the piston side. So piston pin, or next is your crank pin, right? So H1 is we have find out. Similarly, depth near the big end or crank end is taken as H2 is equal to 1.1 capital H to 1.25 of your H. So this is the standard value. Thank you. Next question we will cover in next lecture. Thank you.